Why am I alive? Well, can I hear you now?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Are you talking?
I am talking. Can you hear me?
Ah, why don't I hear you? There you go. No, I
I
think
don't. I don't. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, good.
So somehow we're live. Um,
Yes, somehow we are live. Yes, this is
um,
correct.
we went live accidentally. So I guess we'll just talk while I figure out why my head is awfully big here. We knew it was bound to happen. His head would swell so large.
Not that big, bro. Hey, Angie. We took the last one down. We were having some technical issues. So now we're on this one.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm still waiting on the alert so that I can bring comments up, hopefully on my computer. Oh, there it goes. And then I can be able to read the comments a little better. Okay. I see.
Why is my camera so big? Uh,
Not that big, bro. It's not.
well, I'm full of face value. That's the egotistical pig that men are.
Y'all are laughing and having fun right along with us. To everyone that's watching. Hello, Angie.
Um, I'm seeing a lot of people with this underscore CS at the end. And
Chief in session.
what does that mean?
Chief in session. We're all part of the family.
Chief?
Smoking family.
Oh,
420.
okay.
Oh, it happens all the time, Angie. It happens all the time. I really do laugh a lot. Some days are just way more stressful than others. But when you're having technical issues, not a damn thing you can do about it. You can't do anything but laugh about it. So there's that. If you guys want to read tonight, just put me in the comments and we will get you guys some reads tonight. We are doing the 4H, which means head, heart, hands, and hope. Thomas will take the first two, and I will take the bottom two. And we will see what the cards have to say for the conscious and the subconscious.
So you made it through the weekend. Are you better? I know you said you had some signs that maybe uh, problems were going to be imminent with your seizures and such. Did
Yeah,
that settle down?
I got medicine, and the medicine helped me gain control. I did have an accident, and that's usually my first tall tale sign. For me, they start in my head first, and it's hard for me to focus. Last Wednesday, a week ago from today, they were like it was hard for me to stay focused. Thursday, I was ridiculous trying to even have a conversation. Friday, lots of laying down, lightheadedness, lots of dizziness, and then I had an accident. Um, and Well, I got some medicine, and I took Saturday and Sunday to just kind of let my body balance back out. But no full grand mal seizures, thank goodness. So grateful. Hey Mo,
And
hello Parsa, Parsa.
hello, hi, Versa. Yes, we are in America. I am in Texas, and Hershey is in Florida. So I went to my doctor's appointment today and went over lab work and the follow up from my hospital visit. The only thing that was abnormal was that I'm anemic, so he's going to have me come back in 3 months and see how that goes. But he didn't tell me what to do for it. So I don't know. Am I supposed to get more proteins or whatever? He didn't say that I was iron deficient. He just said I was anemic.
Lizzie, Lizzie, Lizzie. I don't know how you say that one. Hello, everybody coming in.
Yeah, just low blood count. So I don't know if I'm supposed to eat proteins or what. But um my other scores were good. My immune system is on point. I'm kind of in range with the blood sugars and such.
Let's say, yeah, I was trying to pronounce it. I probably messed it up. I'm terrible at names. So, if you want to let me know how to pronounce your name.
So, so enough. Just getting enough liquids, Angie. That helps. Izzy. Well, welcome, Izzy.
Well, hello, Izzy. Grandparents. Well, I am definitely a grandmother. And so Parsa, I'm probably screwing that name up too. Whoa, you're a man. Really? That's rude. That's rude. That's rude. Anyway, look, y'all, behave or get thrown up out of here. It's pretty simple. Um, man, so Parsa, Parsa is from Iran. Can't understand what we're saying using GPS chat GPT rather. Not trying to be rude. Just ask him what.
Just wondering if I'm a man. Yeah.
Pretty clear that
Well,
you are
Hershey lets me be
a
the
little
man.
confused if you're a man. I mean, they can't look at you and tell you're a man. I am so freaking fucking confused right now.
I'm, the, I'm a freak show. I'm the bearded lady.
You are not a fucking freak show, and you're clearly a man. She thinks I'm a man. I'm damn sure not a man. This is all woman. I just have an alto voice. I have a deep voice for a woman. It's not uncommon. I promise.
And
The one in the box.
Hershey,
No, I am
Hershey,
woman. My
yeah,
real name is her, she. Her,
Hershey
she.
is her name.
100%
That
woman.
is that's her given name. It's
All the
not
way.
just the pronouns. Um, her
I know I take it. But yeah, I just have an alto voice. I'm used to hearing yeah, like, can I help you, sir, and shit on the telephone where they can't see. But clearly, you mean I don't look like a woman? Wow, no, I'm talking a lot of shit. Ignore me. I'm talking a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit. And since nobody wants any reads tonight, I guess we're just gonna hang out for a few minutes, bro.
Okay, we could do that as well. We haven't talked to each other for a minute or two. Apparently, Steve got to Indiana to his job, and Orland came over and um, did some more work in my apartment today before I went to my doctor's appointment.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
And he was going that direction, so he dropped me off at the clinic. I didn't have to wait for the bus today.
It's even better.
So I didn't have to take my scooter out. I just took my rollator, and then I stopped at the burger joint, had a
Man, I
burger and
miss
fries.
burgers. They are
Um,
so damn. I miss them burgers. That was a good ass damn burger joint, man. And it's
uh,
not that expensive.
but it was Houston hot, but not Houston humid today. But I'm used to Houston humid, and it was more like Las Vegas heat here today.
Just dry and hot, huh?
Yeah, so I was uncomfortable. Okay, I am gonna go to the refrigerator and get a drink. Ugh.
Sorry to hear that about your wanting to live here. Come again. What? What? What'd you say? What? You put a me in there? Oh yeah, I see it now. I see it now. All right. Um, I didn't see it. What's up? Do you do you enjoy those conversations, Angie, with your appointment next week? Okay. Most hands and hope. Most hands.
So we got a me.
Yeah, Mo. Mosaic insight. And I hit the floor. This
That's
is
your
your
door, Mom.
hmm. What?
Oh,
Apparently, it's not in that deck. Did you get yours?
I am trying to get my cards out of my tin.
I think Angie wants to read too. I missed a bunch of shit in comments because I wasn't paying attention.
Well,
I was just running my mouth. I didn't see.
well, we were just trying to gender identify you. Apparently, I'm not the only one who's gender confused, but I'm
Well,
usually gender confused about cats that have been neutered. Hence, Rhonda.
yeah, I'm aware.
So we're going to start with Mosaic and then Angie. So, Mosaic, your head, you're at one of those beginning points. We got our Ace of Wands. So, you're at a point in your life where the creative energies are um, almost unbounded, um, but you don't know how to act on them or which direction to go because there are so many choices that you get confused. Your heart is the Four of Wands reversed. So you don't know if you're at the point of celebrations or not. Um, you've come a long way, baby. Um, but I feel that you don't know that you're grown up. You haven't recognized it because um, there's been no milestone celebration in your life to tell you that you've grown up. There was no bat mitzvah to say you become a woman, when you were 13. Um, and you're so creative that you have a child's mind, and sometimes you refuse to grow up. I don't know if it's Peter Pan syndrome or not, but that's what I have for you on the conscious side.
Mm, okay. So for your hands, I got Ace of Swords. I This is actually pretty good, being that it's an Ace of Swords, so it's a promise, but it's also about, again, that creativity. It's about having um intentional kind of thoughts and drive, determination. Um they paired it with Portal. This is about progression, right? Progression is about moving forward. Aces moving forward. So you've got this ace over here, and they paired it with Portal. So your hands are they? And I'm looking at the spread for hands, and hands are actions. So I think this is absolutely saying that you are going to be doing something. There is something you're going to be moving into. So I would say that your hands do look busy and not idle. So um take your time with whatever it is. Maybe you're trying to possibly make some kind of progression on. Your hope, you got three of swords in reverse, and they paired it with roots, right? And this is about tradition, ancestries, and legacy, right? But this three of swords in reverse, this is actually almost saying the same thing that that three is, right? Because if you think about the three of swords, it's probably that heart that's usually there. You know, a lot of people, or at least I do, I don't know if a lot of people do, but I see this as the Empress's heart, right? This is that you are that empress, right? So with it being in reverse, this tells me that you have moved on. You're no longer overthinking things. You're no longer allowing a broken heart to lead the way. You have allowed your heart to heal. You've taken time. You are ready. So if anything, for the hope position, you are coming back into being prepared, being ready, and also healed as you get ready to go into the future. Whatever it may bring, you're going into it with a strong lead and a pretty good vision with your hope and wanting to know that it's not just about you and everything that you want for your immediate future. It's also for what you want for that long term down there because you've got roots too. So make sure that you keep reaching out to those ancestors and make sure that you understand that everything that you do inside will reflect outside as you move into your future. It looks pretty good in your subconscious. That's what I've got for you.
And thank you, Mosaic. Angie, you're next. Angie, for your first card, you have the reversed magician. And so you for your head, you don't know you know you've got the tools, but you don't think you've got the time to practice with them. Well, you always have time to practice with them. If you keep them nearby, whenever you have a moment, just pick them up, study them, manipulate them, um, learn how to juggle, learn how to um, read your tools correctly, use them correctly, become very familiar with them, learn learn their feel, um, and learn how to use them properly. There's a with them with the magician being in reverse, there is a tendency to misuse your tools. Um, so make sure that you practice correctly with them. And with your heart, we've got the Six of Cups upright, nostalgia. So I think this is telling you to remember your roots, remember the good times, um, remember to bring those friends of yours in the past along with you if they're still nearby. Um, sometimes the long lost friend, reacquainted, um, brings that warm fuzzy feeling back inside when you were young and felt safe with others. I don't know if there's a lot of turmoil in your life right now, but those people that make you comfortable from the past, you can bring them along with you. And that's what I have for you on the conscious side, Angie.
1 second. I'm coming. I'm coming.
So this weekend I was watching YouTube. There was a bike ride that went across Iowa, and it's in its like 51st year.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I did it in the 12th and 13th year. It's called Ragbri. It's a bike ride across Iowa, sponsored by the state newspaper, the Des Moines Register. And when I was going, it was limited to like 5,000 people. And I think they're up to, on their 50th anniversary, I think they had one day 50,000 riders going on with them. So it's a big deal. Iowa is not flat. It's got some nice rolling hills and lots of corn to look at. But these little towns of 1,000 and 2,000, um, you Iowa's pretty unique that you go 10 to 15 miles and there's a little burg to go through. So the churches, the boys club, the firemen, whatever, they'll sponsor pancake breakfast or whatever for these riders. And their town of 1,000 people swells to 20,000 for just one day. Uh, Bicycle ride passes through, and they usually stay in a town of at least 10,000 people. So they got some shower supplies, some camping areas, a college campus or something to camp on, parade ground. You ready?
Yeah, I think so. So there's a couple of different ways I can kind of go into this, and I think that Miles kind of wants me to like touch a little bit about the cards, but then he wants me to kind of focus on how I read the cards, and then that kind of shoots it out the window, right? So here we go. We're gonna do it. So you got the seven and the eight, right? They both fell out together of cups when it comes to the hands, right? So I mean, I'm not the best when it comes to tarot. I'm still learning it, but this to me looks like there's too many options, and also maybe there's some suffocating going on at the same time, or maybe it's just the fact that people don't always like to make choices, right? When we have too many to choose from, we need it sometimes narrowed down a little bit. So anyway, with that, for the way they're kind of bumping heads, I'm actually going to read them like I normally would. And because it is the seven and the eight of cups, that means that they are a direct message. And that direct message is about accepting your gifts, right? So the card that they paired with this for the overall part of your hands is about busy work with your hands, right? So when you're sitting there and you're not doing much, but your hands are doing even less, then it's time for you to do something, even if it's just literally sit with a blank piece of paper and draw a circle. Don't leave the page blank, no matter what you do. Even if you don't want to write, I don't want to write sentences. And then just write, I don't want to write over and over and over and over and over again. You have got to learn how to find a way to trigger something that gets them hands moving instead of leaving them feeling like there's too many options. So maybe I won't make an option at all, or maybe I'll let that ego lead the way just a little bit, and I'll take out the messenger and I won't even hear the message, right? So make sure that you're paying attention that our hands, our action has to come from them, right? So don't let it just be in your head. Don't let it just be in your mouth. Make sure that your actions are there with your hands and that they are following through. With your hope, though, I kind of absolutely love this. Um, you got the High Priestess and Womb. So the high priestess, obviously, she is the gate, the door, the woman that grants everything and everyone that seeks her guidance and also permission and entry into different realms of places that a lot of us need to go to in life, right? So knowing that that is where your hope is that you finally find your way to go from empress energy to that next step to that high priestess and understand that it's okay to have your head in the clouds every single day as long as you're doing it with moderations and you're also doing it with the intent of gaining knowledge while you're up there. You're not just up there just to be up there unless you're like painting or etching or drawing or something, something cool and wonderful. So make sure that you are gaining everything that you need through knowing that you have to take that from one step to the next, right? You can't always stay pregnant, right? You can be pregnant with opportunities, pregnant with possibilities, pregnant with lots of thought, but without putting it to use and understanding the action part of it, then you could continue to struggle and not want to ultimately choose or ultimately just not make a choice at all. And well, that's kind of making a choice. That's what I've got for you, sweetheart.
And we had a nice progression of the cups in the middle with the heart being the six of cups, and then you had the seven of cups, the confusion, and the eight of cups. So um, walking away from
No, that
things.
was for you, Angie. The one Thomas and I just did, that was for you.
So the heart card was the six of cups, and the hands were the seven and eight of cups. So you're solidly there in the middle of the emotional suit.
Yep.
It's
It's
deeply
all
personal to you.
Yeah, and it's all emotions. Just because it's cups does not always mean love. It's all emotions. All of them are valid. So when you're working with cups, you can't just hover in the love area because a lot of people like to linger in that emotion like it's the only one. So focus on all of them and they all kind of work together once you kind of start putting them in and kind of put them in check. Let them have their moment, but then put them back in check again.
And to have this human experience, we've got to feel the emotions. We got to feel the feels, the good and the bad of everything, and we have to experience that because that is part of the human experience. And if you try to distance yourself from your emotions, um, you're not embracing being the best human that you can be.
This is true. Well, I don't see any other me's that we missed, so I think we've gotten all of them. So we'll just sit here for a minute. Hi, Mama Sushi, and see if anybody else puts a me in there. Otherwise, we'll just chit chat for a few and call it a night if you want, bro. How you doing, Mama Sushi? How is everything? Emotions can be dangerous.
Oh well, this
They can be,
it's a
but
mile. It is. It can be a minefield if you're not. If you haven't worked on your shadow work.
yeah,
Um,
if you want to like give in and let the emotions take over, well then by all means, absolutely. I, I've been there telling you I didn't like my own consequence that I ended up having to pay myself because I knew what I was ultimately going to do and I did it anyway. Yeah. No, I think I'd rather put me in control and my emotions can think they're big and bad, but they're only big and bad as long as I'm not in control. But when I'm in control, my emotions are in check. So, yeah. I get my feelings hurt. Shit happens. Life is just, and all kind of bad shit's always gonna happen. That's part of life. It's how it is. But it's you gotta have control. You have to have control. We all have shadow work, but you have to have control.
When you have control, you respond appropriately instead of um, knee jerk react to everything and um, be an emotional house on fire.
Yep. And we talk about it all the time on Wednesdays. Like, why are you saying, "Well, they pissed me off," or "They did this to me," or "They did that to me"? No, 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 no. You allowed that to happen. You allowed them to make you mad. You made yourself mad because you allowed yourself to get triggered. There's all kinds of ways you have got to learn to program, unlearn, just so you can relearn how to program your mind right. And remember that it's about you, not them. They can't hurt you anymore. You're back yesterday. It's allowing you're the one that's allowing it to be triggered. Millie, how are you? Mr. Floyd, hello, hello. How are ya?
Sorry about the confusion. We tried to go live on StreamYard, but I couldn't hear Hershey at all, so we had to delete the StreamYard broadcast and come directly to the YouTube. Um, our our computers are not liking StreamYard. I can't access StreamYard on my computer. I can on my phone. But tonight I had difficulty with Hershey's audio.
Yeah, I don't know. Technical difficulties. Me and technology are not friends. We don't get along very well at all.
Well, I don't know that it's specifically you, and I won't blame Miles, but as the energy and the team around you, there is definitely a lot of electromagnetism going on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lots. Last night it was a lot. It bothered Sir Cole something crazy last night, and pretty much most of the morning and a few times this afternoon. Cole has to get a little loud with them. They get on his nerves, I guess. So, well, he'll be right back.
I'm still here on the audio,
Oh, okay.
and Ron got in his box of toys this weekend and found the second birdie. So he's been running around the apartment throwing second birdie in the air.
So, Mama Sushi, we are doing 4-H's tonight. It's Wednesdays. It's shadow work. So, we can if you hang out and don't anybody else want to read, Thomas would probably be really good at looking at that. He's really, 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 really good with budgets. I'm not kidding you. Thomas is great with a budget. So, we can I'll go ahead and do your 4-H's, and then if you want Thomas to look at that, I strongly recommend it because he's pretty good with that kind of. I mean, he's been reading cards for what, close to 40 years. You learn to see patterns a little differently. So, all right, I'm check your 4-H's real quick, and then if Thomas wants to check that out for you, he is more than willing. Oh, stop. Brother Thomas. Okay. What'd you say, Willis? He'll be right here, yeah. Hold on. So how is everybody? How is everybody? Are you talking about the tarot avatar? No, I haven't. You're asking about a face and a card, right? I haven't. I have been literally nonstop getting everything ready and set up for Saturday. Um, between Brian and Tom and my scavenger list, I've been very, very, very busy. I forgot about it, so I will check into it. Ask a few people. I don't know. I'm sure I'll find somebody that has the deck and see if what they what they think. Yeah, let me get through this weekend. I'm getting sick. Um, kind of backed me up. Saturday, season two, first episode of Scavenger Hunts. Yes, this Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And for those of you who already know what the scavenger hunts are, I hope you're ready. And if you're available, they're gonna need all the help you can give them. Because I really made some good lists. I think they're really, really, really good. I see crazy shit too, man. I be seeing faces and shit and figures and all of that. I don't understand. Sometimes I be wondering why they allow me to see some of the shit they allow me to see. You coming, bro? Somewhere. What's that song Donkey sings in Shrek? I'm all alone. There's no one here. Absolutely. Goodness gracious. Whoever's yawning, stop it. It's contagious. I'll be yelling. All right, so look, I'll go ahead and I'll do my part of it, and then Tom's can do his part. So it does kind of like people be listening, and by people's I mean the universe, right? So Mama Sushi, there is some listening going on, right? So I am not the best with financial kind of things going on, but it does look like there is something that needs you to address it, right? So your hands, you need to be doing more saving than spending, right? So we got the four of coins in reverse, right? So doesn't mean that you're being stingy and hoarding and saving for a rainy day, and it also doesn't mean that you are saving in any kind of way. I can't save for shit. I can't. That's why I'm really not probably the best person. But when I see this, and I see Hangman also for your hope card in reverse. There's things that we have to do, especially as parents, that we don't always are prepared for, right? The expenses come out of nowhere. Some things this, some things that. Kids need this, kids need that. This happened. That over there happened. That got broke. I've got to replace it. This happened. They grew out of that. I just bought it yesterday. Trust me, I raise kids. I get it. I understand. But sometimes we have to make those sacrifices. We have to do it for the long run. The hangman isn't there just to make selfish choices and just hang out because it's the thing to do. This is a sacrifice for a somewhat down the road kind of an immediate quick response because I know that I'm going to get it eventually. But then it's also always also knowing that I'm changing something for the future as well. So with the Spore of Disc in reverse and Metamorphosis being paired with it also in reverse, there is something there that needs to have some maybe some adjustment and some guidance, but, I'm probably not the best person to say that. I would say that action would be to, literally, like, cut your cards up, don't write no more checks, and use cash, and when the cash is gone, even if you got a card, don't touch it. Don't touch it. When your cash is gone, that's all you got, no matter what. So I don't know. We'll see what Thomas has to say, but your hands are not busy doing busy things. There's the action is maybe going in a direction that is not suiting you. So make sure that you buckle down just a little bit from what it looks like here. Cards may be shit and have nothing to do with you at all, and it may not resonate, and I apologize for that. But these look like you need to not buy anything for a want, but only the needs for a while, like a long while. Just needs, no wants, no matter what. And that's what I've got. What do you got, bro?
So when you've got um, multiple children in the family, usually the firstborn or the eldest is sort of tasked with being a second line parent, and taking charge of the younger sibling or siblings. Uh, and by the time the youngest comes along, um, they the older siblings thinks that the youngest child is the golden child. Well, it's because they get everything or they're spoiled or whatever. But it's usually the maturity and the growth of the parents that, as they had their first children, they were starting out in their careers and they really didn't have their finances together and stuff. So, it was tuna fish sandwiches, um, on a picnic instead of going to Disneyland or Disney World or having those big vacations. And by the time the youngest child comes along, they're further on in their careers and the parents make more money. So it does appear that the youngest child is spoiled because the parents are in a better financial state at that time. So it's just a natural progression. Um, the oldest child is always going to be the bossy big sister. Think of Lucy Brown, you know, trying to boss Charlie around, and giving the advice because she was like a second parent to her, or Sally Brown, not Lucy, Lucy Van Pelt, Sally Brown. Being the bossy sister because um, maybe mom and dad were gone and Lucy was left in charge of her younger siblings. So, there is that bossy child in there, uh, but it's the younger children that are perceived as being spoiled. But that is just a natural progression of families and progression of careers as parents go along. They're in a better financial state at the time the youngest one is born. So it's it's not bad to make memories with your older children. You know, if you don't have the finances to do this stuff, just make whatever you do as much fun as you can, and try to learn what your child thinks is fun. You know, if they're into dinosaurs, take them to the Natural History Museum. If they're into rocks, you know, um, take them on hikes where they can uh, look at the sandstone and the rocks and whatever the local topography has in it for fossils, and you know, maybe get them into geodes. Just find out what their interest is. If it's Pokemon, you know, go go all in on Pokemon with them. You know, doesn't mean they need that high dollar card. Just take an interest and help them collect.
Yep. She was like, we can't afford the once. Trust me, I totally know that one. They're going on a picnic Friday at the river. Oh my God, that's gonna be so much freaking fun. Says that she loves the water. Oh, I bet she does. Oh my God. Ooh. Mr. Floyd is saying good night. Millie says good night.
Good night, Mr. Floyd. Good night, Millie. Mr. Floyd is Josh, if I remember. And Sushi, when you go near the water, just you know, take all the safety precautions. Make sure that you've got um, a life jacket for you know, and just be as safe as you can. I know that if you're by rivers, some rivers are murky and you can't see. Some are clear and you can, and that lures you to think that they're safer. But with that clarity, you don't always know the depth of the water. So just be water aware and take safety precautions and put on a preserver for both you and Aurora and your party.
All right, we'll do last call real quick. If anybody else wants one, we will do one more. There's a lot of good points Mo will always find in that book. I need to stop being a
And
hardhead.
Mama Sushi, when you do get your money, make sure that you pay yourself first, and you put that 10% away for you for that rainy day fund, because younger in life, there's a lot of rainy days that come up. But you know, once you get um, more secure in your finances, um, that rainy day fund can be used as big time funds. You know, like that trip of a lifetime or whatnot, or maybe giving Aurora a gap year in Europe. Percy, did you ever
Grab a link for Mama Susie. Huh?
you I know that you took your school in the system. Did you have schooling outside of the system? Did you take classes at university or anything?
I started in prison, and when I got out of prison, I kept on going. I was in Moberly Area Community College in prison, and I started my cosmetology license in prison. And then when I got out, I went to Merrill University, and then Went to on two online classes and then two in-person classes in Moberly. But it was in Columbia, Missouri. I've got a Columbia office branch, whatever. And then more online. I did Phoenix. I was enrolled in Phoenix when I started having my aneurysms. Nothing since then, though.
So, yeah, I didn't have the traditional schooling. Um, I worked overnight at the nursing home through high school and um, had signed up for classes in the fall for my computer programming. And they called up on a Friday and said, "Would you like to start classes here in the summer?" So I didn't get a gap year between or gap summer between high school and going to college. I graduated, and the next week I was in my local community college. That that was good for me.
Mhm. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it both. All of the places, whether I was in prison or on the streets or online. I really did enjoy it. I like learning stuff. Don't always retain it, but I like learning it. I like learning it. Alrighty, guys, we are almost to the top of our hour here. So, bro, what do you got coming up?
I've got Timekeeper with you on Saturday, and um, I'm gonna keep taping my roulette channel things. Um, you don't you don't have to sign up for my YouTube for roulette unless you are a roulette gambler. I want that to be strictly apart from this. Um, I guess it's my one. It's
Gambling.
another of my vices. I'll just say my drinking substituted to gambling.
Well, I've got Friday's fixtures. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll just play it by ear. But I don't know about tomorrow yet, guys. Um, Friday for sure for Friday's fixtures, and then Saturday, we have our very first scavenger hunt. At 3 p.m. It will be on my channel. Um, Brother Thomas and I will be hosting Brian from Blushing Nerd Tarot and Tom from Early Ritual. They are big, huge, giant people in my heart, and they mean a lot to us here on the channel. So I'm excited to kick it off and hang out with you guys for 90 minutes on Saturday. So that'll be fun. Other than that, I don't have anything coming up until after that, until Monday. Monday back to meta messages. So that's what's going on my world. I hope everybody has a wonderful, great night. And I'll let Brother Thomas close us out. But I'm sending blessings and positive vibes, guys.
Thank you for following us from StreamYard to YouTube. Sorry for the confusion tonight. You could have been anywhere, but we were so honored that you chose to be with us. And remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and go out and make it a great night. See you, everyone. Bye bye.
Night, Miss Tarot D.